Hey guys, today's Power Tap is how to relieve physical pain.
Join me in these Power Taps and let's awaken your dreams.
It seems part of being human is experiencing physical pain, and although we don't like it, all of us experience it from time to time. And I have a special request from Catherine, and she writes to us. Hey Jen, I have been struggling with repetitive migraines recently and it has been debilitating. I have not been able to leave the house, go to work because of this intense sharp feeling in my head. Can you help? Yes, Catherine, this is a great question, and tapping can definitely come to the rescue, not only for emotional issues but also physical pain, because they are tied in together. And so if you're watching this at home, here are some signs you could use tapping on your physical pain. You have physical discomfort that is repeating itself. You have tried everything else and nothing seems to work. You are feeling intense emotions along with the physical pain. You don't have any energy, but you can move your fingers. You are ready to trust your natural healing system, and you're open to connecting your physical pain to your emotional pain. All of these are signs that you could try tapping on your physical discomfort. And here is how I learned the magic of tapping on my own physical pain. In my early days of discovering tapping, I became sick in bed with a massive fever for weeks. I thought I was on the brink of death. I had tried every medication and supplement around and nothing was working. So my teacher came to the rescue. She told me to tap it out. I resisted at first, not knowing if tapping could really help heal my physical discomfort. But I gave it a try. And what I discovered in the process was not what I thought. My temperature started to rise while I was tapping. The tapping started to reveal a lot of pain from my life. It was revealing things I was angry about, that was making me hot. But as I healed all of this rage and anger, guess what? My temperature starts to drop. The internal heat that was making me have conflict started to get healed, and I started to realize what this fever was trying to tell me. It was telling me to change my life. It was showing me where I was not honoring myself, and I realized what I must do. After realizing what was causing my physical pain from an emotional level, my fever started to change and I started to get clarity about my life. So I hope that this Power Tap helps you in both healing the physical pain and getting the wisdom from your body as well. Let's get started. Okay, sitting in a comfortable position, and let's just take a moment to feel our body right now. Where are you feeling uncomfortable? Where are you feeling any type of pain? I want you to hone into that particular area right now, and I want you to just let yourself feel what it feels like, because the way that we move the energy, the way that we move the discomfort is we feel it. A lot of the time we are against the energy, we are against the feeling, and we're pushing it down and it wants to come up and out. So with tapping, we're going to allow ourselves to feel the discomfort, even if it's painful, so that it can really be healed. Okay, so let's just massage underneath the collarbone right here, tuning into that physical discomfort, that pain that you're experiencing right now. And just give yourself some compassion for the pain that you're feeling. Take a big deep breath and release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the center of the chest and repeating after me. Even though I have this pain in and name where it is, I love and accept myself. Tapping the front of the ribs. Even though I have this pain in and name where it is, tapping the side of the ribs. I'm still a good person. I'm still worthy of love. Even though I have this pain in and name where it is. And it feels like, and what's the texture that it feels like? Is it prickly? Is it heavy? Is it oozing? Is it festering? Is it metallic? What's the texture of it if you were to describe the texture of this feeling and sensation? It feels like, and just name what it feels like. Tapping the side of the wrist. This feeling in name where it is, feels like, and name what the texture is. And it's really painful. And I don't know what to do about it. Tapping the side of the thumb. I don't know how to get through this. Tapping the next finger. Part of me is afraid it's always going to be there. Tapping the next finger. So tune into any fear you have around this pain, this discomfort in your body, and the fear that you have that it's never going to leave. And just tune into that pain and discomfort right now. That resistance and that fear that it's never going to go. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I'm afraid that this is never going to go away. Tune into that fear. Feel the fear that it's never going to go away. That resistance towards the pain. Lean into that fear right now. Take a big deep breath and release a big sigh. Tapping the little finger. I love and deeply accept myself. Exactly as I am. Even with this pain, I love and accept myself. Tapping the side of the hand. Even if I have this pain forever, I love and deeply accept myself. So tune into you just carrying this pain forever and you just loving yourself just as you are, knowing that you're worthy of love regardless. Just feel that pain, take a big deep breath, send it compassion and empathy and love, and release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the top of the head. I love and deeply accept myself. Exactly as I am. Even though I wish it was different. Even though I really wish this pain wasn't here. I really hate this pain. I accept that I hate this pain. And just give yourself some acceptance right now for hating the pain. It's understandable that you would hate this pain. Tapping between the brows. I accept that I hate this pain. Tapping the temples. I hate this pain. And just send some acceptance to the hate you have. Take a big deep breath, release a big sigh. Good. And I'm still a good person. And I'm still worthy of love. And I'm open to accepting that I have pain right now. Even though I wish I didn't have pain. Tapping underneath the nose. I accept that I have pain. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm open to accepting that I have pain. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it comfortable. But I'm accepting the reality right now. Tapping the front of the ribs. So just giving it some acknowledgement right now. Tuning into the pain right now. Where is it in the body? What is the texture like? What does it feel like? Just acknowledge what's going on in there. How does it feel? Just give it some acknowledgement. I acknowledge that it feels like, and name the texture. Tapping the side of the ribs. I acknowledge that this feels like, and name it again. And it's really uncomfortable. I acknowledge that it's uncomfortable. Big deep breath, big sigh. Okay, tapping the side of the wrist. What does it make you feel when you tune into the emotion of it? How does it feel when it's most triggered? It feels like, what's the feeling or the emotion? Does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel angry? Does it make you feel scared? What's the feeling that comes up? It makes me feel, and name the feeling. Tapping the side of the thumb. This texture in my body, and name the texture, makes me feel, and name the emotion, and that's really uncomfortable. This uncomfortable feeling in my body makes me really scared and worried. Makes me nervous about my health. I accept that I'm really scared about this. Tapping the next finger. And what other emotions are you feeling? I want you to name your top 3 emotions that come up as this is triggered. This makes me feel, and name those 3 emotions. Tapping the next finger. This makes me feel. Opposite side of the next finger. I feel really, name those 3 emotions. Tapping the little finger. I feel really, name those 3 emotions again. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Ah, good. Tapping the side of the hand. I forgive myself for feeling, and name those 3 emotions. It's understandable. I'm in a lot of pain. I forgive myself for feeling, and name those 3 emotions. It's totally understandable. I'm in a lot of pain. And so let's just tune into the pain that makes us feel those emotions right now. And let's just send a great big hug of love to that pain, as if you're a mother nurturing a baby. As if you're holding a baby in your arms. Imagine the pain as the baby right now. And imagine yourself just rocking that baby in all of your love and all of your nurturance. Feel that baby receive your compassionate understanding, your love, your care. Feel that tension in the body, receiving that love right now. Take a big, deep breath and release a big sigh. Ah, good. Tapping the roof of the head. So if this pain in your body was a little baby and it was calling out for you right now, what would it be asking for? Because sometimes when we have little babies, they can't speak English, but they call out and they need things. They need a bottle, they need to be clothed, they need to have a warm blanket on. And it cries in the same way the body cries. And so if this pain in your body right now was a baby and it was trying to communicate to you, what would it be asking for right now? Now, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Tapping between the brows. This pain is asking for, and name what it is. Tapping the temples. This pain is telling me. What's the pain telling you? What's it trying to communicate right now? And just say the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear it. Tapping the cheeks. This pain is telling me. Just say that out loud. Tapping underneath the nose, and I'm hearing it. I'm hearing my body's call for help. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Ah, good. Tapping underneath the lips. So tuning into what was happening in your life when you first started to feel this physical pain and this emotion. What was taking place in your life that may have been challenging? Because usually it will get riled up when there's a challenge happening as well. And sometimes we don't correlate the two. But when we start to see the connection between the things that are happening in our life that are challenging us and our physical pain, we see how they're interconnected. So what was happening when this first started to get riled up? And it's likely there was some momentum emotionally that then led to the physical challenge as well as the emotional challenge. So I just want you to tune into what that was right now. Tapping the center of the chest. What was challenging in that moment for you? I was, and just name what it was and what you were doing. Tapping the front of the ribs. I was, and name what was happening. Tapping the side of the ribs. And that made me feel. And how did that make you feel? Tapping the side of the wrist. And that made me feel. And what did it make you feel? Tapping the side of the thumb. And that's similar to what I'm feeling with the physical pain. Is it? Is that the similar emotion that comes up as well? Yeah. And so what did you need in that situation or that challenge? Or what have you been needing in this challenge? I've been needing, and just name what you've been needing to feel supported, to feel loved, to feel cared for. I've been needing, and tapping the next finger, and I haven't been getting it. And I wasn't getting it. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I was really needing, and just name what it was, and I didn't get it. And that made my body shut down. That made me feel helpless. That made me feel what? You name what it made you feel. And I've been wanting, what have you been wanting ever since? What did you need? I've been wanting and still not really getting it. Tapping the side of the hand, and I really need that. I really need that to feel safe. I really need that to feel whole. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Tapping the top of the head. I really needed, and name what it is, and I wasn't getting it. And part of me still needs that. Tune into the part of you that hasn't really let that situation go fully. Tune into the part of you that really needs that still and doesn't know how to get it because the outside world hasn't been giving it to you. Tune into that resistance and that friction and that sadness and whatever's coming up around that. Take a big deep breath. Good. Tapping between the brows. I forgive myself for feeling so much friction around not getting what? Tapping the temples. I'm still worthy of love. Tapping the cheeks. And I'm worthy of healing this. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm worthy of feeling better. Even if I have to let go of all of this resistance. Tapping underneath the lips. The resistance to not getting, and what weren't you getting in that situation? Take a big deep breath, big sigh. Good. Tapping the center of the chest. I just want my body to heal. I just want to feel better in my body. Tune into your body. Is it changing now? Is the friction, is the energy, is the pain changing? Where is the pain at right now? I just want my body to feel better. Tapping the front of the ribs. Even if I have to let go of, and what would you have to let go of in that situation that was happening? Even if I have to let go of, is it blame? Is it shame? Is it worry? Is it confusion? What would you have to let go of in that situation in order to feel free? Because whatever we're holding on to emotionally, if we don't let it go, it gets more and more stagnant inside the system because it's not flushing through, and then that turns into disease in the physical center. So just tune into what it is that you were holding on to that you haven't fully let go of. There could be hate, there could be anger, there could be sadness, there could be grief. Tune into what it would be for you. What is it for you? Tapping the side of the ribs. It is, and just name what it is. It is, and name it again. It is, and name it again. And it's understandable I've been holding on. But I just want to be free now. Big deep breath, big sigh. Good. Are you feeling the pain shift, pain change in your body? I just want to be free now. I'm ready to let go of, and name what it was that you've been holding on to, just so I can feel better in my body. It's possible holding on to, and name what it is you're holding on to, is making my body unhealthy. Is making the situation worse. Tapping the next finger, I'm ready to let it go now. Just so I can have a healthy body. Tapping the next finger, just so I can feel better. Even if I've been holding on to protect myself or to try to prove a point, it's possible it's not really helping me. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. It's possible I'll be healthier if I let it go. So just tune into any holding on, any trying to protect yourself by holding on, and recognizing that that's making the situation worse. Feel yourself gripping and holding and protecting and all of that stuff right now. Feel it in your field, and then take a big deep breath into it and release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the little finger. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am. Tapping the side of the hand, and I'm transforming this pain into health now. I'm empowering my life. Tapping the roof of the head. And what did you need in that situation when it first started to get triggered, that memory that you have when the pain first started? What did you need? And now let's imagine ourselves giving what we needed from those other people or the situation to ourselves. Imagine ourselves giving it to ourselves. Our higher self comes into the picture right now, filled with abundance and wisdom. Tapping between the brows. And imagine your higher self walking into the picture, looking at that part of you, that earlier part of you that was in pain, and just giving you exactly what you needed from the other people or the situation. Perhaps it was love, perhaps it was encouragement, perhaps it was safety and support. Imagine your higher self going in and just giving that to yourself now. Tapping the temples, feel that part of yourself feeling so rich and so lifted up by that giving energy. Allow yourself to fully receive it right now. Let it transform your being. Let it transform your heart. Let it transform your life right now. Receive it all of those blessings that you needed in that situation coming to you right now. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Beautiful. Take another big sigh into that. Big sigh. Lovely. Tapping the cheeks. I'm worthy of, and name what you're receiving. I'm worthy of. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm worthy of, and I'm receiving it from my higher self now. I'm receiving, and name what you're receiving. Feel it melt your whole energy field. Feel it melt any resistance right now as you just surrender into that receiving, knowing that you are worthy and that you have been worthy your whole life of this. And now you get to fully receive it. And feel your body relax right now. Feel that part of your body that's been in pain, relaxing and opening, becoming receptive to the energy of love, to the energy of calm, peace. Entering into your system, knowing that you are safe. The body is safe. The system is safe. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Good. I'm giving myself, and name what it is, because I'm worthy of it. Tapping the front of the ribs, and it feels good to receive it. It's healing my body. So what does that feel like in your body when you allow yourself to receive that love, that care, that protection, that safety, that encouragement, that gift that you needed back then? How does it feel in your body when you allow yourself to receive it? It feels really, name what it feels like. Probably feels warm or cozy or supportive. What does it feel like for you? Tapping the ribs. It feels like, and imagine it going into that space now of contraction in your body, and feel it be met by that soothing love as everything just relaxes more and more. Take a big deep breath, big sigh. Good. Tapping the side of the wrist. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am. Tapping the thumb. And my body is healing now. My body is quickly and easily realigning. I'm receiving all the love that I need right here in my, and name the area of your body. And that feels good. Tapping the next finger. And if you go into that memory of what was happening when it first started, and you see your higher self looking down at you, looking over at you, gazing at you in compassion and understanding for that pain that you went through in that memory, in that moment. And what would your higher self say to you in that moment when you were in contraction, when you were in pain, when you were shutting down? Tapping the next finger. My higher self is saying, and what do they say to you in that situation? What's their message for you? Tapping the little finger. My higher self is saying, and say the message out loud. Tapping the side of the hand. My higher self is saying, and name it out loud again. And it's true. My higher self is saying, and name it again. And I'm receiving the message. Feel that younger version, that earlier self when the pain first started to happen. Feel that earlier version of you receiving that message now from your higher self. How does it change your body? How does it change your perceptions? How does it change your view and your experience right now in life? When you receive that message and hear that message and know that message to be true. Feel it entering into your whole system, transforming your consciousness, transforming your life right now. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Beautiful. You're doing great work. Tapping the top of the head. I love and accept myself. And I'm moving forward now. I'm letting this new wisdom guide my life. Tapping between the brows. I'm letting this new wisdom guide my healing experience. This new wisdom of, and name what the message was, is guiding my experience now. Tapping the cheeks. Now I want you to imagine into your life, if you allowed this wisdom to really take hold of all your perceptions, if this new wisdom got to guide you from this point onwards in your life, what would happen in your life and how would you show up if you allowed this wisdom to transform your path, to transform who you are, the way you interact with others, the way you interact with your own body? What would be happening in your life 5 years from now if you allowed that to guide you? Just want you to see that vision right now. 5 years from now, that piece of wisdom guiding your life. Tapping underneath the lips. See it happening. See who you are 5 years from now as that's guided your life. Because part of healing, part of transformation, part of living your purpose is knowing what you are and who you are at your highest potential. And as we see that right now, 5 years from now, see what's happening. And I want you to describe it out loud. I am, and just say what's happening 5 years from now. Tapping underneath the lips. And that feels, and what does it feel like? Top 3 positive emotions. Now imagine 20 years from now, what's been happening? That's just gotten more and more rich, more and more beautiful, more and more prosperous, more and more loving, more and more whole. 20 years from now, that's guiding all of your connections, all of your self-love, everything. Feel that right now in your life, 20 years from now. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Beautiful. I love your visions. Okay, great. So I want you to tap all over your body right now. And I want you just to say what you're worthy of and what you're receiving now. Because a lot of the time when we have a problem in our body, we have a dis-ease or a challenge, it's the body shutting down because it's not getting physically what it needs. It might not be getting the right cell formation. It might not be getting the right nutrients. It might not be getting the right hormonal balances. It's not getting the right amount of things, right? So what happens in your life when you allow yourself to receive more? So what are you receiving right now? Tapping all over your body. It could be love. It could be friendship. It could be play. It could just be presence and peace. And I just want you to say 10 things out loud right now of what you are receiving. I'm receiving, go for it. Beautiful. Keep going. 10 things. I'm receiving, keep going. Beautiful. I'm receiving. I want to hear it. I want you to feel it as you say it. Let your whole body feel what you're receiving. I'm receiving. Say it out loud. Good. Just a couple more. I'm receiving. I want you to feel what that feels like when you allow your cells in your body to receive that. When you allow all of your organs to be nourished by it. Every part of your body to be filled with it. I'm receiving. Feel it into your whole body right now. All of those beautiful qualities. Take a big, deep breath. Big sigh. Beautiful. And just coming down, closing your eyes, opening up your hands upon your lap, and just feeling into the peace that surrounds you, that holds you, that nurtures you, that nourishes you. Just drop into that peace right now, knowing that you are whole. Feeling into that space, that peace, that awareness of knowing yourself as the deep presence of what you are. Pure love, pure awareness, pure joy. Feel that rising up through your system, through your body right now, going into any areas, blessing it with all of the light and all of the beauty that you deserve. Allowing yourself to surrender into the full receiving right now, knowing that you are worthy of surrendering into your receptivity as your whole body is nourished and healed and loved. Feel it all invigorating with light right now, everything turning on. Take a big deep breath into that, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us in this power tap to relieve your physical pain and for diving into the journey to know that you are the sole creator of your life and you can heal anything with your love and your power. It's a joy to be here with you. Let us know how the tap went with you in the comments below. You can give us a thumbs up if it helped, or head on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I always love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Hey guys, today's power tap is permission to say no. I dare you.